Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 19366 South Sylvan Avenue here in Estacada. We're located on the left side of the home here. That's to the left of the front door if you're standing in the parking lot looking at the front of the house. The 4-inch ABS clean out here, a directional clean out. This one does force us one way. I know I was asked earlier if I could run the camera backwards. This one does not allow us to. It's a directional style clean out. All right, we're going to zero out here. We do have water currently running. Off we go. We're dropping right in, looks like to some standing water. And we'll check that out on the way out. We're switching right over to 4-inch cast iron pipe here, and then now into 4-inch PVC pipe. And then the line terminates here at 14 feet at the septic tank. And we're going to turn the water off. We'll let the whole pipe drain out. We'll have a better view of things as we come back. Overall, the line is definitely functioning, and it's a very, very clean sewer line, which is a good thing to see. That, especially where you have standing water, we'll see how significant that is when it's drained out and how that offset looks. But the line appears to be functioning quite well here, but we'll see how significant that stuff is. Once it gets to a certain point, I have to recommend a repair on it. Once a offset is large enough or a belly is large enough. All right, located the camera head successfully. Line terminates here about 3.5 feet or so prior to the septic tank lid, which is exposed. We'll start reeling back here. The line is all drained out. So very, very minor standing water there at the end. That is, I mean, not even enough water to occupy the whole width of the flow line. It's about somewhere between a 32nd and a 16th of an inch. That might as well not even be there when it comes to functionality. Part I'm concerned about here is, and even more so than the standing water, is the condition of the cast iron, the fact we have an offset here. The cast iron is just starting to get pretty pitted and scaly. See how rough it is on the inside here. And then our offset joint here, the top of my camera lens is about 1 inch off the bottom of the pipe. And you've got roughly a 1-inch offset here. That's the top of my camera lens. We're just shy of 1 inch by about a 16th of an inch there. So at that point, that is where I do recommend doing repairs. Anything, if that were a 1/4 inch or so, it wouldn't be as concerning, but at 1 inch of standing, or you've got standing water slowing things down as well. So when you couple standing water with an offset, that combination can lead to buildup and blockages. If the offset weren't there and you just had, you know, this little belly here, that's not something I would recommend doing repair on. It's too minor. But the combination of those things, I do recommend spot repairing. So I'll try and locate this. It's at 2 feet. I think it may start underneath the decking here. And what I would recommend doing at this point in this line's existence, the cast iron here is also it's getting, not that it's not still functioning, it's very, very scaly on the inside, which often means that the pipe is deteriorating. So rather than just to get down there and fix an offset on an old piece of pipe, what I'd recommend doing, it's going to be probably even easier to do it anyway, is just to swap this piece of pipe out for a newer plastic line. And then you should have a line here that's going to last for a long time. The line is functioning, it's draining slower than it should though, due to the belly and the combination of a belly and an offset joint. And the repair here in total is about 4 feet long. And looks like it's just going to be under dirt. So we'll get some depths on that and get it marked with some white paint out here. Alright, got the end of it marked here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to locate the start because that's underneath the decking. And the deck sits fairly low to the ground. But we're only at 1.5 feet deep here. In the world of sewer repairs, that is about as easy as it gets. It's just dirt. The only thing you're going to have to monkey around with here is getting underneath the deck and tunneling and creating that trench. And it's very important, especially if someone's going to avoid dealing with the deck here, pulling the boards up. I would suggest pulling the boards up so people aren't trying to grade pipe underneath the deck like this. You could very easily end up with a belly again just because it's not an ideal way. I would recommend pulling some boards up here. But after any repair work is done, it's very important to do a rescope on this to make sure that the belly has been corrected, you don't have any offsets. Almost every belly on planet Earth is the result of bad installation. So it's important to Make sure everything looks good here. Now, aside from that, the rest of the line is in good condition, has good flow, and is functioning properly at this time. Overall, the line is functioning, but again, it is draining slower than it should due to the combo of the offset and the belly in the sewer line there. So I've marked right there with some dots leading back. That repair is going to start about 1.5 to 2 feet up underneath the deck boards here underneath me. It's just not a spot I can get the locator in there to do an accurate locate. Should be pretty easy to figure out